Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a very much awaited Gshade tutorial for The Sims 4. You guys have been asking me over on TikTok to do this for the last 3 years and I am finally doing it. I've held off for so long just because I feel like there's so many Gshade tutorials out there that explain it really well, but you guys still wanted to really see one from me, so I thought it won't hurt just to make one for you guys. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to get your game from looking like this to this. And it's honestly really simple. I'm going to walk you guys through the whole thing, and hopefully by the end of this video, you'll have a really good understanding of how to install and use Gshade. So the first thing we are going to want to do is actually going to be in your Sims 4 game options menu. Now what we are looking at here is this box here, DirectX 9. Now, if your box is unchecked like mine is, that means your game is running DirectX 11. If your box is checked like this, that means your game is running DirectX 9. So just remember whether you're running DirectX 11 or DirectX 9 because we will need that for the installation of Gshade. The other thing you can do while we're in here is make sure edge smoothing is turned off. My preset and a lot of other people's presets will not work if you have edge smoothing on. So you may as well just turn that off while we're here. And now we can close our games. Okay, so the first thing you are going to want to do is head over to my Patreon post, which I'll be leaving in the description, and it is going to give you all the links you need for this tutorial. So firstly, you're going to want to actually download Gshade, so click on this link here, and it will take you to the Gshade download page. If you come down here, you are going to click on Windows Installer, and it's going to begin installing the Gshade application. Once Gshade is installed on your computer, you're just going to want to double click on the installer and it's going to come up with this message and you are going to press yes. And you can select whatever language you want. Obviously, I'm going to choose English and press OK. You can read through this if you want. When you're done, you can press I agree. Okay, for the next part, we're going to want to find where your Sims 4 application is. There's a few different ways you can find it, so I'm going to walk you through all of them. So the first way is this automatic path detection. So all you need to do is click on the click down menu and find The Sims 4. It should hopefully find The Sims 4. You can also do this for Steam if you do use Steam. The next way you can find your Sims 4 game is by clicking Browse and going to this PC and selecting whatever drive your Sims 4 game is installed on. Program files, yours might be in program files 86, but mine is in program files. EA games, The Sims 4. You're going to scroll down until you see game. Then you're going to click on bin. And here we go. Here it is, The Sims 4 _ X64. Even if your game is running DX9, you do not want to press this one and you do not want to press launcher. You're going to press this one here, The Sims 4 64, and press open. The next way you can find where your Sims 4 game is by going into the EA app, clicking on The Sims 4, pressing Manage, View Properties, Open Folder. So it's going to take you to your Sims 4 folder, but we still need to go into the game folder, the bin folder, and here we are. Now you're going to want to click this bar at the top, right click and copy the writing. Head back to the Gshade installer, press browse, and then click in here and paste the address in and press the arrow, and it will take you to where we just were, and then you can click on The Sims 4 _ X64 and press open. And the last way you can find where your Sims 4 game is if you have it as a shortcut on your desktop, you can right click and press open file location. And once again, come up to the bar, copy the address, press browse in the Gshade installer, and then just paste it into the address bar and select The Sims 4 and open. So hopefully you guys were able to locate your Sims 4 game, and then you can go ahead and click next. So then it's going to take you to this page. 64-bit's already going to be selected. You actually can't select 32-bit because The Sims 4 is a 64-bit game, so you can just leave that alone. Now for graphics API, this is where we need to know whether your game is running DirectX 9 or DirectX 11. So I'm personally running DirectX 11, but remember, if that box was checked, you do need to check DirectX 9 instead. Everything else you can just leave how it is, and these effects at the bottom you do not need to touch because they are for Final Fantasy only. Then you can just press install. And it's going to install, and that is everything you need to do to install Gshade in your game. When it's done installing, it's going to ask you where you want your screenshots to save to. Now, this is because taking a screenshot in game with the C key isn't actually going to take a screenshot with your preset on. You'll have to use different keys to take a screenshot with Gshade, which I'll show you guys later. So for me, I actually made a folder in my pictures folder called The Sims 4, but you can put them anywhere you like. As long as you know where you can find them, just select anywhere and press OK. There we go, and now you can press finish. Now I do want to show you guys that if you search up Gshade control panel, you're going to have this new application on your computer. When you open it, it's going to look like this, and if you come to installs, this is where you can remove your installation if you decide you want to delete Gshade. Please don't go into your game files and start deleting things because you'll most likely break your game like I did 3 years ago. If you do want to uninstall Gshade, all you need to do is click the bin icon and press yes. Okay, so now we're going to want to download a preset, and for this video I'm going to be showing you guys my Sims v Gshade preset. I use this really frequently. If you guys know me over on TikTok, I'm sure you're very familiar with this preset. It is available for download. This will work with any other creator's preset. You're going to want to click on this link here. Now, when it installs, it's going to say unverified download blocked. And this is because it's a .ini file. Now, these files do have the ability to change things on your computer, which is why your browser will block it. If you download a preset by a trusted creator, there is nothing to worry about. So you can just click this little arrow here and press download unverified file. Now you're going to want to put that preset somewhere where you know you can find it. It actually doesn't matter where it goes, but most people will put it in their bin folder. Now, if you don't remember where your bin folder is, you can rewind this video where I was talking about how to find your Sims 4 game, and that is where you'll potentially want to put your presets. I created a new folder called presets. You can do that by clicking new and folder, and inside I put all my presets in here. All you have to do is just drag it and drop it in. And that is all you have to do to install a preset. So now we can go ahead and open up The Sims 4. Now when you open the game, it's going to tell you how to open the Gshade control panel. You're going to want to keep an eye on it just because it can disappear pretty fast, and if you don't read it, you won't know how to open it. So for me, it said Shift F2, but I know it usually does say Shift Backspace, but once again, it's different for everyone, so make sure you know what keys you need to press. Now, when you open your panel up, it's going to look different to mine just because I've already installed Gshade before, but it's going to ask you if you want a tutorial, and you can just press skip tutorial because I'm going to tell you guys everything you need to know. So firstly, we're going to go to our settings tab. So this is where you can personalize what keys you want to do what. So the first one we're going to change is the overlay key. Now this key will be the key that opens this red panel up. You'll want to open Gshade panel to edit any of your presets or change your presets. So all you have to do to change this is just press the keys that you want. So I like to have it at Shift F2, so I'm just going to do Shift F2. It's obviously already there. Now your shader toggle key is going to be the keys you press to turn the preset on and off. I have mine set as Shift F3. Also, keep in mind you don't want to use keys that you already use in the game. For example, you wouldn't want to use the letter C because that takes a screenshot in game. And talking of screenshots, if you come down here, this is where you can choose your screenshot key. Personally, I like to do Shift C. You can also change where your screenshots are, but we already did that before. Okay, so that's everything you need to change in the settings. If you click back on home, this is where we can now apply our presets. You're going to have a little thing that looks like this. Now we're going to want to find where you put your preset. If you put your preset in the bin folder like I did, you're going to press the 3 little dots and it should be here, presets. If you're a little bit lost, these dots take you back. So you can just go back until you're somewhere you're familiar with and go back through the game, the bin and presets. Then you can select the preset you want to use. And obviously today I'm going to be using my Sims V1, so I'm going to press that. And there we go. As you can see, my game looks beautiful. However, you may want to change some things about this preset or any other preset you use. So to do this, you're going to come down here and uncheck performance mode. And now you have all these different options. Now don't get too overwhelmed. I'm just going to tell you guys that the MXAO setting can be quite heavy on some computers, so you might want to turn this off. Now, MXAO is your shadows. So I've just come in game so I can show you guys a little bit better. But if I uncheck this, you will see the black shadows disappear. Some people like this, some people don't. Personally, I love it, so I have it on. But if your PC is struggling a little bit, it is always a good idea to turn it off, as it should help your game run a bit better. Now, the other thing is the blurry backgrounds. People love to use this, especially myself, for screenshots, and that is the ADOF. Now, this is off by default just because you probably don't want to play with this on, but to use it, you will need to make sure performance mode is unchecked. Then you can just press on it to toggle it on, and there you go. I've also set up a shortcut so you guys can press 8 on your keyboard to enable it so you don't have to open the whole panel up. If you want to change the shortcut, you can right click and put it in this box, whatever you want it to be. But yeah, that is how you install Gshade and use presets. I also just want to throw in that when you do open up Gshade, it could take a while to load at first. That is normal. There are a lot of effects it needs to load up. Your game may pause as well, so just be patient and it's completely normal. Now, there are 2 mods that I want to talk about in this video as well because I do use them and they do make a big difference to what your game looks like. So the first one is No Blue. This is a mod by Lumia. And pretty much it replaces the lighting in The Sims 4 and gets rid of the blue tinge that EA decided to put over the game. You can kind of see the difference here. This is what the base game looks like. And then this is what it looks like with the No Blue mod in. So if you're thinking your game looks really different to mine, you'll want to install this because it's probably that blue tint that is making it look different. This is just like any other mod you download. You can just drag and drop it into your mods folder. And the other lighting mod I have is No Glow. And this mod makes your Sims appear brighter in game. You can see the difference here as well, and it just looks so nice. And it's honestly just such a must. Even if you don't use Gshade, I definitely recommend both these mods. But yeah, guys, that is the end of this video. I really hope that it helped you guys out and that you can now use Gshade in your game and have it looking nice and pretty. If you do have any questions, feel free to message me over on Discord. I'll leave it in the description. I'd be more than happy to help you guys out. I know sometimes things don't always go to plan and you might be having some difficulties with it still. So feel free to send me a message over there and I'll get back to you when I can. Anyways, guys, I hope you have a lovely day or night and I'll see you in the next one.